Hey y'all, it's See It With C, and this is a Monday meetup. My name is Carlene. This is my channel, See It With C, and I don't go live every Monday, but I alternate on Monday between having premieres as well as having live chats. And today we are chatting, and if you can't tell by the title, we are chatting all things summer travel because, as you know, we have hit the official start of summer travel season with Memorial Day coming online. I know the official start to summer is not until June, but I think the Memorial Day holiday kind of starts the travel season. So get in here. We're gonna let me know. Let's talk about where you heading this summer, how you gonna get there, any cool trips planned, any good deals that you found, and those type of things. And again, my name is Carlene. This is my channel, See It With C. And every Monday at 7 p.m. we come here for the Monday meetup where we chat all things travel, cruising, and everything in between. So welcome in. We have 6 people here, and let's see who we have in the chat. Hello, Gina's World. Welcome in, girl, and let me know where y'all heading this summer. And I think I'm going to give you all, because my channel members know where am I going this summer, I'm going to announce, make some kind of like preliminary announcements about where I'm heading this summer. Of course, before I do any trip, I always have a live stream to announce where I'm going. So I'm going to give you all a preview, a little peek into where I'm heading this summer. And you all tell me, where are you all heading? Is it something different, something new? So Gina's World is in here. Hi, Gina's World. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We got Kelly. Kelly, welcome in, Kelly. Kelly is here saying, hey, Carly. Hi, Kelly. Welcome in. I hope you are starting your summer off well. Kristen H is here, one of the moderators, saying, hey, see in chat. Hey, Kristen, welcome in. Thank you also for being a channel member. We have Sig, the solo cruiser, here. And if you have not caught Sig's introduction to luxury travel, if you all are thinking about Explorer Journey or maybe planning for next year, or maybe sneaking out of town this year, look at Explorer Journey. Sig has all the content that you need on Explorer Journey. So make sure you check out her channel. Thank you for being here, Sig. We have Steph Stone in the building. Steph, I was chuckling because I was watching Lynette and Stanley's live stream, replaying their live stream from Thursday while I was doing stuff around the house. And I heard you had big fun in Jamaica to kick off the summer season. So cool. Glad you're here. Thanks for being a channel member. Welcome in. We have Feeling D's Travel Spree saying, hey, see what up? Popping in. Welcome in. Feeling D's Travel Spree. And they gave us a sneak peek into a previous summer travel. They highlighted the Melanin at Sea 1.5 group cruise on Carnival Venezia. So I was sitting in the yesterday night in the evening in the house twisting my hair, and that 2-hour video got me partially way through. So y'all can check that out from Feeling D's Travel Spree. Monet to the T is here. Welcome in, Monet to the T. Thanks for popping in. She said, what's good, Carlene in chat? I hope you are well. I am well. And thanks for popping in. Big Murph's Life is here saying hello. Welcome in, Big Murphs. Thanks for checking in. And Shyrode, all the wrenches are in the building saying hello, see in chat. So yes, as you all know, Memorial Day holiday is kind of the official start to summer travel season. I started my kind of summer travels with like the traditional road trip. So for Memorial Day, I hopped on the road. As you all know, I keep bringing it up, but I'm like, I feel like a kid in a candy store because like I was driving my college car, a 2003 Ford Focus for like, I don't know, 2003 until last year. So I have a new car now, and any excuse to put it on the road, I'm like, let's go. So I kicked off my summer travels by heading to Goldsboro, North Carolina, to kick it with some family members. And they kind of had like a big like cookout reunion thing going on down there. And then from there, I'm pretty much parked until July. So let me get back into the chat, but let me know how much you feel comfortable sharing. Where are you all heading this summer? Are you staying parked this summer? Because I know a lot of the deals sometimes come through later in the season. So some people don't have their sparking summer travel. Some people hold on and wait until the off-peak hours or season so that they can do more traveling. So let me know, where are you heading this summer? Anywhere excited? And I'll give you all a preview. I'll be hitting country number 40 this year. So I'll be hitting my 40th new country this summer while traveling. So We got a few more folks. Adventurers is here. Tanya and Pretty Timmy, they're going on at 8:30. So my goal is to be clean out of their way because they're live streaming at 8:30 this evening. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Kristen says, I got a few travels lined up for the summer, land and sea. Want to add a few more festivals and such. Oh, festivals. And speaking of festivals, I've been watching today, I noticed Roots Picnic. A lot of people were complaining about, as you all know, up on the Northeast Corridor for like the last week or so, it had been really crappy and rainy. And Roots Picnic, was getting a lot of backlash in regards to your mission and festivals, because that's definitely a big element of summer travel, Kristen. And I'm glad you brought that up. Of a lot of times you have music festivals, and that's going to be actually how I'm going to country number 40. So in July, I'm heading to a music festival in Portugal, which is called Afro Nation. It's a big, what is it called? It's a big piano Afro beats. Child, they brought Mary J. Blige is gonna be coming to headline. You know, Mary been acting like she don't want to work lately, so that'll be interesting to notice. But yeah, that's a good point. It is kind of festival season. Essence Fest will kick off in New Orleans. How many of y'all been to Essence Fest? I kind of want to get back to Essence, but you kind of got to pack your patience for Essence Fest because everything is super packed. You're waiting in lines all the time. But I think the event that they have in the convention center, I can't remember what they call it, has evolved. So Kristen, yeah, thanks for bringing it up. Definitely during summertime, we have a lot of new festivals pop up. But recently in the news, I've been seeing, what was it? Over the weekend, Roots Picnic had got a lot of backlash for basically being like long lines. I mean, I think they can't control having muddy grounds, but people were complaining about that. I also learned that I'm going to try this Afro Nation thing in Portugal. Because I have a group of friends some of them will be like 3 times. So I'm finally tagging on to this trip. But I've also learned, I think I have grown out of the music festival phase of my life. The last time I went to a festival was, what was it called? Made in America, which was on, is it called like the Benjamin Franklin Parkway, Philadelphia, around Labor Day or beginning of September. I don't even think they have Made in America. I don't even know if they have Made in America anymore. But that was truly the last time that I was like, you know what? I have outgrown this whole being on your feet. You're inhaling dirt. We were almost trampled in the behind. We were in the back of Future was performing and another big concert was letting out. And I had to pass this girl my inhaler. I was like, sis, just keep it. We literally were about to be stampeded because a bunch of concert stages was being let out and then Future's whole set was going up. And then we were holding seats to watch Beyonce because Beyonce was the headliner. Me and this girl almost got into it, and I was just like, you know what? I have too much to lose. So I think unless it comes with some seats, I think I'm done with festivals. I think I'm done with festivals. But I wouldn't mind sneaking back to Essence. So thank you for bringing that up, Kristen. Kristen says, shout out to all the college cars. My 98 Honda Civic Blue Thunder. Yes, them cars are made of steel. My little 2000, and honestly, I think my 2003 Ford Focus, the only reason why I think it finally died was because I was teleworking and it had remained parked. And apparently you're supposed to start cars up and keep them moving. But I do appreciate now because it got to the point with my Focus that if I wanted to do a quick road trip, I wouldn't drive it no more than an hour outside of the city because I'm just safety reasons. So now I love the fact that literally, if I want to hit the road, there's a lot of wineries up here. I can just jump in my car and go and have something reliable. So, but I was holding on to that 2003 Ford Focus like nobody's business. Gina's running. Welcome in 19 people. My name is Carlene, and we are talking about all of our summer travels. I'm giving you all a preview, a peek into what my summer travels are, and come in here and chat about all things summer. As we know, we have kicked off the official summer travel season with Memorial Day last weekend. Gina's World, she is going to Cabo this week. Yes, she is. She's celebrating a friend's birthday. It's a land trip. She's also going on a family cruise in July on the Carnival celebration. 28. Awesome. I think that the Excel class ships are perfect for a multi-generational family trip. Now, they're going to still wear you out, Gina. They'll still wear you out. But we had my family, we did not have 28. That's amazing that you got 28 family members together. particularly getting out of, because Celebration's still in Miami, so that's a pretty heavy lift in July. But we had a few family members, maybe like 8 or 10, who got on Jubilee, and it was perfect. It was perfect for like the older cousins, the younger cousins. So I think your family's gonna have a good time. And is this like a yearly trip, Gina? The Traveling Stews are in the building. Welcome in, Traveling Stewards. I was watching y'all's Norwegian Aqua video, boarding day video. I can't remember. Like, all my days are kind of blurring together. But if you all are interested in Norwegian Aqua content, the Traveling Stewards gotcha. As they boarded the Norwegian Aqua recently, and it's always well done. They have really great videography. Seth Stone is talking about him cutting up in Jamaica. He says he had big fun in Jamaica. I'll be going out of the country to Greece to cruise Virgin. Oh, so you're doing the whole Life of the Circuit. Cool. I heard that they're doing, I was watching their live stream. They were talking about going to Aruba, and I was like, I immediately signed up for the interest form, because I've been saying that I really want to do Aruba land-based. I've done Aruba land-based way back in the day. I'm about to date myself. Speaking of summer travels, remember when Sinbad see, I told y'all I'm dating myself. Remember when Sinbad would have that what was it called in Aruba every year on Memorial Day? That was my first time going to Aruba, and I flew in with some friends. And then the second time going to Aruba, we went on Carnival Magic, and we had one of those late night 11 o'clock p.m. Departure time. So we were able to go to the beach, come back, have dinner, and then we came back out and kind of bar hopped a little bit. But I just want to go to Aruba to like park it, because Aruba has some amazing beaches. So when I saw that they announced that, I immediately signed up to the interest form. But yeah, you get to go to Greece in September. You're looking to add some trips in the U.S. over the summer as well. Nice. That sounds like an exciting schedule. And I'm kind of looking to get myself personally to get back to Jamaica. They have an amazing beach called Doctor's Cave Beach, which is right behind the Hip Strip. And I'm actually sending some clients there, and they're going in September. It's called the S Hotel. Sits on that beach, but if you are just, walking around, you can access that beach for $6. It is a beautiful, beautiful beach. So I kind of want to get back to Jamaica. I think I either want to stay at that hotel, or I want to get back to like Negril and spend more time. Kristen says, finally getting to the ABC Islands in Puerto Rico this summer. That's awesome. I've been to A and C, and I was looking at like Carnival Horizon to do all three. We'll see if it happens, but you're going to get to all ABC's Puerto Rico this summer. Also got a trip to Cleveland. I was selected as an ambassador for ARCA. Congratulations. So she's looking forward to summer in Cleveland. I've only been in the winter. Yes, I can only imagine going to Ohio in the winter. So cool. And yes, you got to come back and tell us, what does Cleveland have to give us in the summer months? So some of these small towns are kind of like, they look like sleepers, but they can be a bit of a turn up or have a nice vibe to them. MH Family Adventures is here. She is on the Royal Caribbean. Is it Ovation? I always want to say Anthem, but I think it's Ovation of the Seas, which is out of it was like a TA media event out of California. So welcome in. Thanks for popping by. Seth says he's never been to a music festival. They all seem way too crowded, and I don't do well in crowds. Maybe a backstage crowd will be a difference. Yeah, you have to like pay. So you can pay, like, so I've done Essence, where like Essence used to, and I have not been in a long time, but basically the hack for Essence was you go buy a $70 seat all the way at the top, and basically come down. They'll let you all the way down, usually not on the floor, but they'll let you down the first tier of seats with just that ticket. That was how it was back in, I can remember when I went to Essence. It might be like 2010, 2011. So you could buy a cheap ticket and then work your way down and just sit in those seats. And whenever people come, don't make a fuss, just get up and move. I instead, though, because I'm such a rule follower, I bought the tier. And so I was a person who I would get to the concert and be like, excuse me, can you get out my seat? So that was kind of a hack for Essence. But yeah, you definitely, for different festivals, usually there's like an upgrade for more accommodations. So I've never did what's the one? I have some friends who do Burning Man. But Burning Man, I think everybody is kind of level. It's all about how much what is it called? Maybe there is more fanciness to Burning Man, but basically it's like how much you want to pay for your accommodations on the playa. But like this Afro Nation concert that I'm going to, they have a VIP where there's like seating. The big thing is like access to like upscale bathrooms. But I didn't pay for the upgraded ticket. My friends didn't pay for the upgraded tickets. They said I didn't need one. So we'll see. So there are levels to it. Sometimes they will have like for a more quiet experience or a calmer experience, they will have the you can pay for that accommodation. But yeah, you have to be prepared for if you just, do general pop tickets, it's going to be some shenanigans. It's going to be waiting in line. It's going to be waiting for bathrooms. Bathrooms is less ideal situation. So you definitely have to be in a headspace to be prepared for that. But yeah, after I did Made in America, I was like, I'm good on, I'm good on festivals, but we'll see what Afro Nation is like because it's literally on a beach and it seems walkable. So basically it's like a 20-minute walk from I think where we're staying. So it's just kind of like we hang out at the pool all day and then go down. But this will be my first time. My friends are now pros at it, so we'll see. So who else we got? Margaret Logan saying hello. Hi, Margaret Logan. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in 32 people. We are talking about our summer travels. Where do you want to go this summer? Where are you heading this summer? Or do you travel off peak seasons? Let us know. And I'm previewing some of my summer trips. So I told y'all I am parked until July. I'm thinking about trying to sneak out of town for my birthday, but I think because I have labeled the Portugal trip as my birthday trip, I have to remind myself like you already designated a birthday trip, so don't add another one. I do see like Margaritaville at Sea. I would have a free cruise there. So I've been looking at that. So if I make a last minute decision, it might be hopping on Margaritaville Sea, the new one, the Islander, but I'm not sure. I might just hold it because you get with my work, I get a free, I'm eligible for a free cruise on Margaritaville every year, once a year. Because they have discounts for like government employees, for teachers, for I think some first responders, of course, military. So I learned that hack through, I can't remember her name, something by 50. Her name is escaping me, but I literally was watching one of her live streams and she was like, yeah, you're eligible for a free cruise on Margaritaville at Sea if you're like, do certain work. And I was like, oh, wait, I think I'm eligible. So I might sneak out of town for my birthday, or I might hold it and wait. But yeah, those are one things. I'm sorry. Seth Stone. Oh, Kristen says music festivals require VIP. Yes, with AC and freebies. I won't do them any other way, and that's honestly the way to do it. Just pay a little more for the convenience. Because yeah, the worst, particularly the bathroom situation. And see, guys, y'all have it easy. Y'all can just whip it out, handle business anywhere you want to. The ladies, it's always a line in the ladies' room, and it's just really disgusting. And then somebody has waited till they can't, hold it anymore. Then they're going to cut the line. Then somebody's about to fight. So yeah, pay for the convenience, particularly for that, some seats and bathroom. Welcome in, Cruising Capers. Thanks for being here. Event Shores is speaking to everyone in the chat. Cool. So yeah, so I told you all I'm heading to my first trip of the summer. If I don't sneak another one in, will be to Portugal. That'll be country number 40. And that will be a trip with my South Africa crew. We're going to Portugal for Afro Nation. Then later in July, you all have been hearing about Kelly says she watched your travel student. She watched your video today as well. Thank you for supporting. Hi, Nia Rassol. Hey. Naya was on World America with me. She was one of my party buddies in the club at 2:00 in the morning. We were cutting up on the dance floor. Had to make our own fun. Thanks for being here. So I told you all I will be heading to Portugal to start July. Then actually I have a quick road trip to Pennsylvania, take my mom to see her side of the family. But then first big trip will be to Portugal. Then later in the summer, as you all know, Carnival is rolling out Celebration Key. Now put in the chat, do y'all think Celebration Key is going to be ready? And while y'all are putting in the chat, y'all think Celebration Key is going to be ready, Kelly is saying she's going to be in Greece with Steph Stone too, with Life With Us. So yes, a lot of people heading to Greece. Lots of people heading to Greece. I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, like that content. Because I want to like fly in. I've been to Athens, but I have not island hopped. And I'm not sure for me, like, do I want to cruise to Greece? Because I was signed up for a Greek cruise. And then that was gonna be my birthday trip. And then when my friends like they were going to Portugal, I was like, well, I've already been to Greece. Let me go to Portugal. But I still want to kind of do the Greek Isles. But a piece of me kind of feels like I want to do like fly into Athens and then catch the ferry or to each one of the islands and spend like a couple of days, 2-3 days. But I also know like cruising is more, it's less to think about, less planning. So don't know. I'm gonna have to watch y'all's content for Greece to get the vibe and see like, okay, what do I want to do about? Because I do want to get to those islands. I've heard really good things about, particularly like Santorini and Mykonos. So I'll be plugged into all of y'all stories. Folks are speaking. Adventures is Greece bound this weekend. See, this is the 2.0 chat. This is the 201 chat. This is where the travelers come. Y'all are in these streets. So Adventures is heading to Greece this weekend. Safe travels. And will you have time to like visit, tour around Athens before getting on the ship? That's awesome. Definitely Adventures they have this culture. Hit up YOLO. You probably already have. But there's a strong rooftop bar culture in Greece or in Athens, particularly where you go up to the rooftop, watch the sunset, have a nice, like YOLO caught the true vibe, have like a nice glass of rosé, watch the sunset up on this rooftop. So hit up YOLO for some ideas. If you haven't already, you probably also already know what you want to do. But awesome. Safe travels to all those heading out to, I believe that's Sisterhood at Sea. Enjoy your cruise. Kelly says, I've been to one music fest at ATL the last 3 years. Had a great time, had a great experience each time. Cool. I have not heard of one music fest. Is that where you saw Fame, Kelly, filming? I have not heard that one just yet. It rings a bell, but I can't like put my finger on it. Traveling Stews are doing a land-based trip to St. Lucia for Carnival. Oh, I just learned something. So I thought most carnivals were like in like March, April. I did not know St. Lucia had a late carnival. So cool. Are you playing Moss? Do they call it Moss? Are you doing the feathers and all that good stuff? I've only played once, and I played in Toronto in Caravana, but everyone says Caravana is not a true Caribbean fest. And I could tell. Because like watching like Trinidad videos, my goal is to get to Trinidad one of these days. I told Leslie I was going to go like in 2027. But like there's a whole culture behind like you got to respect the feathers, you respect the women in the clothes, and we dressed up in the costume, and it was like as soon as we crossed the stage and we're judged, it was like the back side of the stage where it got a little too wild. So my homegirl and I, we found a hole in the gate and we bounced. And welcome in 40 people. My name is Carlene. This is my channel, See It With C, where every Monday at 7 p.m. you either get a live stream or you get a premiere. And today we are live streaming and we are talking about the official kickoff to summer travels and talking about where folks are going. So I told you all, we're taking back to see if Celebration Key is going to be ready. I am on I don't think it's the inaugural unless, I can't remember if Vista has gotten out, stayed in the loop. So initially Carnival Conquest was supposed to be the first ship into Celebration Key. Then Carnival snuck Carnival Vista in front of Conquest arriving by like a day or so. But I know Vista has been having propulsion issues. Vista is not my favorite ship. So I knew did not want to get back on Carnival Vista. So I was like, at that point, I had not sailed on Conquest. So I was like, okay, I'll get on the Conquest. Let me see what Carnival's latest ship is supposed to be like. Well, getting back on a Conquest to head to Celebration Key in hopes that it will be done to give you all a preview of Carnival's new private island that's rolling out the end of July. Gina's World says the family trip is every other year usually. My parents live in Florida. They don't like flying anymore. On this trip, the oldest will be my mom, and she's going to be 91. Oh, 91 years is a blessing. Y'all enjoy. Y'all enjoy. Adventure saying, I'm doing the ABC Islands too, Kristen. I'm loving y'all's travel schedule. It's that SCA. Oh, y'all are doing the Carnival adults only offer. So if y'all have not heard, Carnival is rolling out, trying to give Virgin a little run for his money, particularly probably for the folks who are like, you know what, I want to try this Virgin Voyages thing, but it's a little too much money for me to try it out, and I might not like it. So Carnival said, okay, we're going to do adults only sailings, and it looks like it's primarily for the casino folks. I was reading the Melanin Sea. Some people said that they got the deal without being casino, but it seems like it's tied to the casino players for some longer sailings. So adventurers will get to try out what is adults only on Carnival like. Definitely gonna be plugged in for that, T, because everybody is like Carnival is one good adults only situation. Now we were all hoping it would be like a quick little 3-day holla. Or maybe they do one out of like, if they do it out of Norfolk, I would have to go down there just to see like what the Carnival vibes are with adults only. But they're trying out the longer sailings. I appreciate them for listening. And adventurers will get to go to the ABCs too this summer. Awesome. I had a friend who flew into Curacao and she had a ball. I've only sailed into Curacao. And then Bonaire, if you know what to do in Bonaire, put it in the chat. Or what's your plans for Bonaire? Because that's the one I always hear is like really big on diving, but people usually don't know exactly what to do on Bonaire. So I'm curious. What to do with the B. What do we do on the B? Mickey's Adventures here saying hello, good evening. Hello, good night, Mickey's Adventures. Saying happy Monday to everyone. MH says she used to go to Essence every year, thinking about going next year. Oh, Rockwell, if you go, let me know. Let's do a meetup. Now, this is also me like not looking at my calendar and not factoring in all the trips I have next year, but I've been wanting to get back to New Orleans. Like today I was watching some travel videos related to like food in New Orleans. So yeah, if folks go to Essence, let me know. I might see if the schedule allows me to slide through. I think at the moment I don't have anything planned for 4th of July next year. I think July is open. And Rockwell, you should hit up Essence because you do really good with your pitching. Essence, I believe, has a creator program of some sort where they get creators into the fest for sorry, I need to put my phone on D&D. Where they get the creators in either free or some kind of all access passes. I was seeing people talk about it on Threads. So it might be worth looking into that. With you having such a strong following. I think I turned my phone on D&D. Sorry if y'all hear the banging. Let me just turn that down. All right. Kristen is going on a 7-day on Rhapsody of the Seas, including St. Croix. Those are some nice stops. MH is saying everybody's going to Greece this year but me. MH Family Adventures, yes, is hosting a group trip, which is it sold out, Rockwell? MH Family Adventures is hosting. If you want to go to Greece, there's a few trips you can jump on. So Life with Us TV is going on Virgin Voyages. I don't know if they still have space. And then MH Family Adventures is heading on Celestial Journey. So if you are looking to sail Greece, there are folks and you're like, I don't want to go by myself, or I want to see Athens, but I don't want to, tour around by myself. Like, you have a couple options for folks who are heading to Greece this summer. I actually today was looking on Virgin I want to do another cruise that includes Istanbul. I really enjoyed Istanbul when I was on Regent 7 Seas. So I was looking today at some itineraries to see if there was anything leaving from or heading to with a stop in Istanbul. But yes, cool. Everybody's going to Greece. Good stuff. Adventurer says, what's an upscale bathroom? I'm scared to ask what the regular bathrooms are. So, we were, for the 43 people who might not have missed the conversation, we were talking about one part of summer travel is usually over the summer months, you have a lot of music festivals. So we know Roots Picnic just happened. Kelly was saying one music fest, I think, might be during the summer. As we know, Essence Music Fest. So usually, like, porta potties have evolved. So if you want a better experience when you go to these music festivals, you might want to buy an upgraded ticket. And sometimes those bathrooms come with they're like trailers, and they have like wood grains around the toilet and that kind of thing. Or you can just go to the regular porta potty where any and everything is being done and it's hot. So we were just talking about that. If you upgrade your experience at those music festivals a little better. Not a porta potty. Yes, porta potty. Mm-hmm. I remember one time, I'm telling y'all all my business. Like, it was, the porta potties were so bad that I just was like, you know what? I'm going to take my chances on the alley. Like, you can see my cakes and pies in this alley because the alley looked a little cleaner than. Welcome in, Yolanda. She says, love your hairstyle. Thank you. I was up until 1 o'clock in the morning twisting my hair. So that's why I got to watch a lot of y'all's content. I'm trying to save some money this summer by doing some things by myself, which could be a good or bad thing. I get it. I'll, usually get fancied up when I need to, but for the purpose of going to work and sitting in that cubicle all day, I can get the handmade hairstyles. Traveling Stu says, I can't wait to see the content on the, what does SEA stand for? Selling? Because I know it's the Carnival adults only trips, but what does SEA stand for? But yeah, I'm curious to see who's going to be on those ships, how it's going to go, how many people want to show up. Like, we have all the questions and we want to see all the answers. Adventurer says, me and Bestie, all adult and free drinks for both of us. Free balcony room. I'm ready. Oh, and I like your bestie. Y'all are going to have a good time. Gina's Rose heading to Cabo, and she says it's a mixture. Well, Gen X and millennial women tend to get along. Y'all will be fine. Now, if it was like, who was the new one? Who's the TikTok generation? Gen Alpha? If it was Gen X and Gen Alpha, now y'all might have some clash of the heads. But as a millennial, I have Gen X big sisters that I really enjoy traveling with. So y'all will be fine, particularly in Cabo. It's something for everybody to do. Hi, Iris, check your email. I sent you some stuff related to the Good Gov getaway. Because I released the itinerary, and I'm gifting the shirt. So check your email. Traveling Stu said, tell everybody thanks so much for watching. Stepstone says that sounds like a move. VIP will definitely be in my music festival. Yes. Upgrade in our big age. Go ahead and just upgrade your life when you're music festivals. And sometimes they come with snacks. Sometimes they come with free drinks. Or sometimes the drinks are like sponsored or they're sponsored items. So yeah, just upgrade your life. Adventurers, who is heading to Greece this weekend, so she gets into Athens on Saturday. Yolo gave her pointers for that one day, and then they embark on Sunday. Well, cool. Enjoy your cruise. Gotcha, Kelly. Adventurer says, I want to do Uber Soca too. I want to do Uber Soca. Festival at Sea also has my attention. But my hang up is, I think I would put like Uber Soca ahead of Festival at Sea. But my big hang up is, I have two hang ups. My hang up is, as much as I like I can go real hard in the paint in daylight hours. Like, I can go real hard to paint, or I can see me that first night going for like 3 o'clock in the morning. But at some point, I'm gonna want to crash and want everybody to be quiet. So my worry for Uber Soca is like, is there a quiet section for Uber Soca? And I'm like, the price we pay, like how many more cruises you can go on. But I also know it's just very different. So I think I would put Uber Soca over Festival at Sea. But I was watching videos on both of them. And Ubisoka one year they did what did they do? They had like an on piano, like they did a Afro beats cruise too. But I think they kind of cut back and only have they're starting to just do one sailing, because one year they had like 3 or 4 sailings all at one time. But yeah, I want to do Ubisoka. If you go, let me know. But my issue is I have so much other stuff booked. But I was totally see if I can sneak that in there. Who else? Oh, we got a question. Yes, first question of the night. Mario says, can you talk more about the Greek restaurant on MSC? I've watched a couple vloggers and I've heard mixed reviews. Yes, so and welcome in, everybody. If you all have not seen, I finally wrapped up. I feel like a 7-day cruise is a lot to vlog. So I finally wrapped up my MSC World America series. And in the last video, you all saw me go to Paxos, which is the Greek restaurant on World America. So the kind of setup, there's 2 options for you to do Paxos. You can do Paxos during the day, and you can go to there's a quick eats window that I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if everything is like $6 to $10, or there are a couple free items, but there's a quick eats window. I think everything might be a little extra fee. Can't remember. And then for, either with a dining package or for $49 or $55 a night, you can have Paxos, the actual restaurant, which comes with, you sit down, it comes with a bunch of starters. It's very Greek in regards to food items. So I'm not heavy on Greek, but I love the starters. So I think you get up to you can select 3 or 4 starters. So I had the orange salad, which was very good. I had the octopus, which was good, but I was squirt some lemon on it. It kicks it up a notch. I had the zucchini fritters, which were okay. I had those earlier in the day. And I'm forgetting one more of my dish. Maybe just 3 starters. Where I struggle with Paxos, and this could be a me thing and not a them thing, is because I'm not a heavy Greek eater. I didn't know what items I wanted for my meal, and I don't believe in playing with food. So I opted for their fish. They have a fresh, so they have your traditional Greek items. And then you can order, if you don't want any of those, you can order a slice of fish from their cold fish bar. So I ordered the sea bass from there. It was just the sea bass was really tiny and I kind of left hungry. So they basically try to fill you up on starters at Paxos. But I think the food was tasty. It was just one of those things that if I were to go back on World America, I don't think I would break my neck to get to Paxos. But I definitely think if you are on World America, go try Paxos because it's such a diverse flavor profile. It's tasty. You might have if you don't really know Greek food like that, you might have a struggle with finding something. But if you do have a struggle with finding something, there is fresh fish that you can order. But yeah, for me, it was a one and done, and they have live entertainment. But because I'm not a big Greek food person, it was a one and done for me, but it wasn't bad. It was just there are some restaurants that, for instance, if I ever get back on Norwegian, I would definitely go back to Hudson's. I would definitely go back to, I can't remember the name of their teppanyaki spot. I would definitely go back there. When I'm on Royal, I'm definitely going to Playmakers to get those buffalo egg rolls. Paxos for me didn't have that. I got to run and have it, but it wasn't bad. So I think all that to say, I think if you were on a 7-day sailing, you're kind of I don't know what to eat. Give it a try. If you ran out of options, give it a try. But I just know I have to give the disclaimer of I'm not a big Greek food person. But I hope, Mario, I hope that helps you. But for everybody to try to say, it's worth one try. Now there are places that I'm like the steakhouse on MSC. You can get good steaks in the buffet. You don't have to break your neck for that. That's my personal opinion. But I think Paxos, because it's a unique dining concept, it's worth going at least once. And then just ask the waiter for recommendations in regards to particularly the fish. But my waiter just kind of was yeah, we got sea bass. And I'm there's a big window of fish. What else you got besides sea bass? So Traveling Stu says, yes, I'm playing Mas. Oh, the whole 9 yards, costume and headpiece. That's going to be awesome. Enjoy. Carnival in St. Lucia this summer. And what month is Carnival in St. Lucia? Traveling Sue says, I want to do Uber Soca cruise as well. Oh, may have a whole little group going to Uber Soca. If y'all go, I need what is it called? I need like a smoke signal to like, Carlene, don't book nothing else so you can go to Uber Soca. MH Family Adventure says, I will be on that sailing with you plus the next conquest sailing with a group of 95. Awesome. She says, I hope Celebration Key will be ready. I am hoping Celebration Key will be ready too. It's now officially June, so we're about a month and a half, 5 to 6 weeks out from Celebration Key, and like we haven't seen any peeks behind the curtain. I think the last I saw, they were like still digging out and maybe filling up the pool. So we'll see. We'll see. Hi, Josh J. Renee. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Okay, so we talked about July. So I told you my 2 trips are Portugal and Carnival Conquest. August, I'm parked at the beginning of August. However, at the end, I feel like I'm missing a trip. I told y'all, or maybe I feel like I'm doing one before August because of course we have the Good Gov getaway for Labor Day, which will close out my summer. But I feel like I have one more trip that I'm forgetting about. Oh, I am going somewhere in August. So it looks like I'm doubling up. July, I have 2 trips. And then August, I now have 2 trips. So as you all know, at the last year, I told y'all I have an infamous video of me fussing out Royal Caribbean. It's a live stream, about 1,000 views. One of my better live streams in regards to views, where I was fussing out Royal Caribbean for changing my sailing on Utopia of the Seas. And my crazy butt was about to pay $2,400 to get on Utopia of the Seas for, was that a 4-day cruise? $2,200? It was something wild. Well, after a year of delay, will finally be able to hop on Utopia of the Seas, and that will be in August. And I think that's going to open the door to I know some of y'all who are following me way back, you know I had a goal of getting on all the Royal Caribbean big ships. I had Symphony, Harmony, I had them all booked, minus like, Icon, all those. But I think this is going to give me my introduction to get back into my goal of big ships, because I was on track and then I won that free cruise on Regent for 10 days. So that busted my leave. So I had to like wipe that goal. But now I think I'm gonna be in my Royal Caribbean bag for like next year. I think so. I'm apologize in advance. The channel might be a little Royal Caribbean heavy. We'll see. But I have I like to set travel goals for each year, and it looks like the goal for next year is gonna be like focusing some on Royal. So I'll be on Utopia. Then I have one more trip, which you all should know about later in August, but I'm gonna get back into the comments one more second. So Ventura says, I've only been to Aruba by land. I've never been to the other 2 islands. Yeah, Aruba has so many beaches. I think I was watching like Your Favorite Couple and Phil and D's Travel Spree vlog about, is it Antigua that has the 365 beaches? Well, Aruba is similar in that sense of they have a bunch of beaches and they're all very like swimmable or all have different personalities. So I can totally get back to Aruba because I'm a good turquoise beach kind of girl. Janice Ross says, I was not a fan of Bonaire. My least favorite of the ABCs. What was wrong with Bonaire, Gina? Tell us. And what did you do while you were there? 2 Parkers, 1 World is here saying hello to everyone. Happy Monday to the chat and the host. Happy Monday, 2 Parkers, 1 World. Thanks for being here. If you have not heard, 2 Parkers, 1 World is Parkers on the Go's new channel for all things that aren't cruise related, just travel. And they are growing. They hit 700 subs in 2 weeks. So go over there as they're highlighting train travel, as well as I think we got a little peek of Disney too. MH Family Adventure says, let's plan a group to Essence. I'll check out the creator program. Thanks. Yes. We can do a meetup. We can do a meetup at Essence. I do know the hotels. I'm not sure if Essence is as crazy as it used to be. So Essence would sell out like in a heartbeat. And speaking of festivals, even though it's not a summer festival, I would also like to go to New Orleans for Jazz Fest, which is April every year. And every year it sneaks up on me. And then I start seeing people produce content related to Jazz Fest in New Orleans. So that's another place that I want to go. So if we don't do Essence, if any folks are interested in Jazz Fest in New Orleans, which is April. So not really summer travel, but let me know. Kelly says Life with Us TV's Greece cruise is sold out, and so is MH. Oh, okay. So sorry, y'all. I was trying to plug folks in, but both of these channels are sold out with their Greek cruises. So I think I believe can't remember if that's public information, but I believe Rich and Jazz have an opportunity for, is it CEOs at Sea? If y'all folks haven't still want to do Greece, but it seems like everybody's going to Greece this year. I did Athens last year for a mileage run, and I did it in February, so it was cooler. So I would totally go back. Folks are speaking to Two Parkers One World. Welcome in, Jaretha. Jaretha is also about to head out as well as celebrate a birthday, heading to Greece too. So I can't wait for y'all to get back and hear like what all of y'all's favorite parts about Greece were. Kelly says, I have VIP when I'm at one music fest, and they have people cleaning them all day in regards to the clean porta potties. Yes. And MH Mitchell says, selling exclusively adults is the SCA on Carnival. Iris is back from Beyond, so welcome back. Oh, a lot of people have been on Beyond. Cool. G Fox is in the building. Welcome in, G. So yeah, so I'll finally get on Utopia for one of those ultimate weekend situations. It'll be interesting to see if they fixed or curated the ultimate weekend vibes. But it'll be cool to get back on one of the Royal Big ships. So far, I've only been on Oasis in regards to the bigger ships. I've been on Enchantment Mariner, Independence, but I'm looking forward to get back on one of those big royal ships where you're just like, there's a hallway end. And then, of course, I'm closing out this summer with the Good Government Getaway, which is my group that I'm hosting on Virgin Voyages. Valiant Lady, August 29th through September 3rd. And that information has went to the people who are booked. You can still get booked with me. Who is it? Virgin is currently running a promo where they are doing ocean views are the price of balconies. So for two people, I think it was like $19.92 for ocean view or balcony. So basically they're offering ocean view for the price of a balcony. Is that right? Balcony for the price of ocean view. I think I said that right. And that's heading out Labor Day. So that will be the close of my summer travels. Folks are speaking to G Fox. Anna Q is saying she's popping in, say hi, walking on the track. Get them steps in, girl. I have been falling off on my chunk chucks. Traveling Stews are saying that the St. Lucia Carnival is in July. Cool. I don't know when I went to I've been to St. Lucia land base once. I feel like I went, it must have been like beginning of May or June-ish. I think I went there like maybe a week or two shy of Carnival, but they had this fish fry every Friday in St. Lucia. That's like a thing in the town. But when I went to St. Lucia, it was I feel like you have to go for a Carnival because St. Lucia was very like honeymoon oriented, to the point that like I got on the plane. I was meeting my homegirls in St. Lucia, but I flew in by myself. And we're pushing back on the plane, and the flight attendants get on the microphone. Mind you, I'm like sitting, I got the whole row to myself. And they're like, we would like to greet all the honeymooners and couples celebrating their anniversary. Like, that's what the vibes of St. Lucia are. Very like honeymoon coupley. So it's cool. I guess the Carnival will probably give you like a little more upbeat vibe. Anna Q says Bonaire is boring unless you're a swimmer or diver. And that's what I'm hearing. But check it off the box. Check that box for sure. Traveling says I went to New Orleans Jazz Fest last year. It was really nice. Yes, I was watching, is it EECC, that channel? They covered Jazz Fest on their channel this year. And every year it's just, I forget that it's jazz. And there's a really good documentary that was in the back of the seat back of Delta Airlines about New Orleans Jazz Fest. how it started and how it evolved. And every year I'm saying, I'm going to Jazz Fest. And every year it just sneaks up on me. And I'm like, well, forgot about it. Parker says, I want to try. I guess I want to try New Orleans. And that would be a good one, Siobhan, for train. You guys should train in New Orleans. Isn't there it's called the Crescent? Isn't the Crescent the one that does New Orleans or through New Orleans or goes down south? Just Renee says the New Orleans Jazz Festival sounds nice. I personally am trying to make a capital Jazz Fest in Maryland. Yeah. And I think I take Capital Jazz Fest is for granted because I live here. And so I'm just like, but it's well attended. And another Jazz Fest is being resurrected, the Hampton Jazz Fest in Hampton, Virginia. So it used to be a really big thing. Like my god sisters would go every year. They made a thing out of it. Like, we're going to Hampton Jazz Fest. And it kind of died out a little bit. And recently, like the last couple of years, I've been noticing that they are trying to breathe life into Hampton Jazz Fest. And I think particularly that, I think Something in the Water is no longer a thing anymore. So that area won't have a festival. I believe Something in the Water is not being ran anymore. So Hampton Jazz Fest is trying to resurrect itself. I think also, speaking of not just festivals, I also want to get to a winery this summer. My goal is I really want to do Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire at some point in my life. I don't think I'm gonna get to those this summer, but stranger things have happened. But this summer I want to, maybe also I'll do for my birthday, a quick daycation or something. Drive to VA, Virginia, the Shenandoah area, sip wine, sleep, come home. Excuse me. Event Shores is speaking to Jaretha. Yes, Jaretha's birthday is on the 12th. I'm putting all Jaretha's business out there. Her birthday is during Sisterhood at Sea. My birthday was also my initial plan. I was going to be on Sisterhood at Sea for my birthday, and because I'm 2 days after Jaretha, so Jaretha's on the 12th. I'm on the 14th. And then my friends were they were going back to Portugal, and I was like, dang, let me hop on with them. So I backed out of Sisterhood. Kenny Elliott. Hi, Kenny. Welcome in. Kelly says she believes the CEO Cruises is coming Sunday. Oh, dang. Okay, I was trying to get y'all on a Greece trip. Yep. Greece is going to have to be for next year. Janice Ross says, I have a couple of friends going to Greece everybody's going to Greece with Virgin. She says, I think I'd rather cruise than do all the different ferries. Yeah, but I feel if I do, is one day good enough for Mykonos and Santorini? I feel that's my only hang up. But I also know the ferries and the island, the island hopping is going to be more expensive. So, or maybe I can go and then see which I do a cruise and then see which islands I like. And then, do Athens and go to the island I really like. Anna Q was saying, chunk check. Yes. I have fallen off. I was looking at my Peloton app. I have not even broke 1,000. This is how much being back in the office is kicking my butt. I have not breached 1,000 minutes on Peloton yet. I am falling so off. Ruby's Baby is here saying, hey, C. Hey, Ruby's Baby. Thanks for being here. Adventure says Crescent is the Amtrak line that goes to or through New Orleans. Thank you. Gina's World says, I adore St. Lucia. She celebrated her 50th birthday with, y'all be rolling deep. I love a family that actually can get it out the group chat. Let's clap it up for that. 55 people in St. Lucia. Because that flight, I remember whenever I went to St. Lucia, back when, I can't remember when I went. We literally, my friends and I, we took out a map and we were just we're going here. Initially, it was we kind of blindly did it. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines was the spot that somebody's finger landed on. Well, at that time, or St. Kitts and Nevis? I think it was St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Their commercial airport was not open. Well, now St. Vincent and Grenadines, the commercial airport is operating. But we ended up, so initially we found St. Vincent. It was we don't got no airport. Then we ended up going to St. Lucia. Back then, that ticket to St. Lucia might have been $600. Plus, it required a layover through Atlanta. So the fact that you got 55 family members on a flight, because it's expensive and difficult, not as easy to get to. Like, kudos to y'all. Parker says, yes, there's a Mardi Gras train. They've been looking at it. Folks are speaking to Jaretha. And accuses the ferries are cheap. So good to know. So it's just a flight to get to Greece. Cool. And we're at the end of the chat. Well, cool. We're coming up on the hour. So thank y'all for being here. I hope you all, like we were talking about, our summer travels. I'm gonna, of course, before we close out, if you are interested in hanging out with me, traveling with me, I should have pulled this up before. I have a few group trips as well as meetups. They're not just, all of them are not group trips. Some of them are literally just, if you want to come and meet up, you can book it through however you want to book it through. Just come. But I would love for you to join me. Let me see if I can put this up correctly. Here. So as we talked about all evening long, we have the Good Government Getaways. This is this Labor Day. So every year I'm going to try to offer some good gov, which is go on vacation. I changed it up a little bit to be sensitive to the times at the moment. It used to be called the Good Government Getaway, and then if you know, you know. So I changed it to the Good Gov, which is basically go on vacation, maximize that PTO, usually because, whenever you transition out of those jobs, they may or may not pay you out. But every year over a holiday, we will be skedaddling. So this year we're doing Labor Day, which is August 29th to September 3rd on Virgin Voyages Valiant Lady, which is my favorite lady ship. It's the 5-day Dominican days itinerary. And I've already sent the preliminary details for that to the people who are participating. And we got the group shirts. So it's coming together. It's coming together really well. But there's still time to join that one. And right now, Virgin is offering a promotion where you can get a balcony for the price of an ocean view. So if you want to get on that one, let me know. Email me at cmc@gmail.com. Then, if you have not heard, the Sigda Solo Cruiser for 2026, so that 2025 will be one trip only. 2026, Jen Danielle, Sigda Solo Cruiser, and myself, we are teaming up to offer the ultimate solo group cruise, which will be on Celebrity Reflection. It's a $100 deposit. This is a quick 4-day because we want to test it out, see how people like it. We were trying to get a weekend itinerary, but the weekend itineraries that we were looking at, we really want to make sure we had a stop and hideaway. So we are coming out of Fort Lauderdale on Celebrity Reflection. We're going to Bimini as well as to Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And that's June 22nd through 26th, 2026. If you are more like, Carlene, I want to hang out with you, but not as formal, the Good Gov Getaway 2026 will be over Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day weekend, and that will be a meetup. So this one, you can figure out how you want to get there. I know a lot of you are TAs yourself, or you have your preferred TA, or you like to book yourself. We are doing a meetup of eating and drinking around the world at Disney at Epcot, which Epcot Food and Wine, talking about festivals, is one of my favorite summer festivals. We're going to be doing that October 9th through 11th, 2026. So you can scan that barcode there if you want to join me on that. And that information will probably be coming out. I've been collecting the wait list. I know people have been emailing. I probably won't have information. I gave you the dates of October 9th to 11th, but you probably won't hear from me until like after the Good Gov Getaway in September, just so I can have everything organized. I don't want to, it's just a one-woman show here. I don't want to overwhelm myself. We also, if you all are on the South Africa, Let's Travel to Africa Live, if you're interested in, I'm doing more searching about that Africa trip, particularly it'll probably be South Africa. If you're interested in doing that, you can also scan this code to get on the wait list. Just tell me which wait list you're getting on. But I'm kind of putting fillers out. I'm waiting for a piece to kind of come together. There's some travel elements that aren't available just yet for when the dates that I want to do it. So I'm waiting for date availability to come together. And last but not least, if you like talking about books as well as movie entertainment, there's a Ships and Scripts Facebook group that's free. So you can hop on a Ships and Scripts where we talk about book reviews, movie reviews, show reviews, podcasts, etc. So that is my, we have to make sure you all know those are all the ways you can come hang out with me, travel with me, no pressure. Let's see. Safe travels to the folks who are heading out to Greece this week. And happy birthday, Jaretha Parker. Well, yeah, I can't believe it's almost about to be the 12th. Happy birthday. Anna Q will close with this one is saying, I went on this reflection with my man and we liked it. He's not a cruiser. He hates the water. Oh, I'll have to hit you offline. It's something about the men folks and cruises where they think that they don't like being buckled down by a cruise. Like I've heard this from a couple of like male elements in my life in different capacities who are just like, yeah, I would do a cruise, but something about being like stuck on a ship like drives them crazy. And I don't know, I'm not sure if it's a guy thing or what. And it says, I'm going to SA with C. So thank y'all. It's C with C. Thanks for coming to chat with me. Every Monday we go live at 7 p.m. for the Monday meetup. Either we have a live stream like this or there will be content. So look on my community tab next Monday to see which one it will be. But safe travels to all. Have a good night and hop over to Adventurers and Spirits at, I think they go live at 8:30. So like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Good night.